dreamed I was an angel that fell into disgrace. My wings came off and left me, and I flew out into space. The darkness had no bottom, through emptiness I fell. My face began to laugh at me, and then I heard it yell. Nightmare, villains and meanies tracking me down. Nightmare, devils and genies floating around. Nightmare, witches and goblins walking on air. Nightmare. I found a bush of goldfish in a hothouse packed with ice. My pockets couldn't hold them, so I traded them for mice. The mice turned into rabbits and then to kangaroos. They auctioned off my union suit to pay my union dues. Nightmare, villains and meanies tracking me down. Nightmare, devils and genies floating around. Nightmare, witches and goblins walking on air. Nightmare. A space patrolman caught me and took me to the moon, but I flew back to nature on a 2-bit toy balloon. I landed in the ocean right on a buttercup and lived on pickled herring until someone woke me up. Nightmare, villains and meanies tracking me down. Nightmare, devils and genies floating around. Nightmare, witches and goblins walking on air. Nightmare.
I drifted off to slumberland, tired of the worried mind. I entered into dreamland, all worries were behind. And the mist spread apart from within, gave a sound of hell, the devil's grin. Nightmare, nightmare. Demons grabbed me by the hands and pulled me deep inside. My knees gave in, my stomach gave out, the smell of burning hide. Nightmare, nightmare. There were screaming souls in agony, the devil on his throne. From that flaming pit of fire there came a ghastly moan. A bolt of fear went through me as the demons laughed and screamed. I know this can't be true, it has to be a dream. Nightmare, nightmare. I know I'll wake at any time and find myself in bed. What if I died in my sleep last night? What if I am dead? The screaming souls in agony, the devil on his throne. From that flaming pit of fire there came a ghastly moan. Nightmare. A bolt of fear went through me as the demons laughed and screamed. Can't be true, it has to be a dream. Nightmare, nightmare. I know I'll wake at any time and find myself in bed. But what if I died in my sleep last night? What if I am dead? Nightmare, 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 nightmare.
Oh, Betty.
Yes, Daddy.
There was an old man named Rack. His age was about 69. Now Barack had a teenage daughter. She was so sweet and kind. Her name was Betty Vampire. She liked to do the rock and roll. Now Betty had a teenage boyfriend, but he liked to do the stroll. Oh, when the teenage werewolf took Dracula's daughter to the heart. Oh, when the teenage werewolf took Dracula's daughter to the heart. Well, they liked to rock and roll. They didn't want to stop. teenage werewolf took Dracula's daughter to the hall. They danced and ate goulash sandwiches and drank tequila from the pot. Then the teenage werewolf said, I'll step outside and get some air. But then said Betty Vampire, go, but I'll find you there. Oh, and the teenage werewolf took Dracula's daughter to the hall. Oh, and the teenage werewolf took Dracula's daughter to the hall. Well, they liked to rock and roll, they didn't want to stop. Then the teenage werewolf started for the door. He saw Frankenstein and the mummy strolling across the floor. Now the teenage werewolf liked to do the stroll. He went back over to see Betty and said, baby, let's pop some more. Oh, and the teenage werewolf took Dracula's daughter to the hall. Oh, and the teenage werewolf took Dracula's daughter to the hall. Well, they liked to rock and roll, they didn't want to stop.
wagon, they captured me. I need somebody to set me free. Nightmares, stop calling me. No more murder stories, it's for my dreams. No more horror movies and scary things. I just wanna have sweet dreams of you, so I can sleep the whole night through. Nightmares, ooh, nightmares. Ooh, those nightmares, the fire's burning. I can't look. I'm the pot out to get to cook. Nightmares, stop haunting me. Nightmares, ooh, nightmares. Ooh, those nightmares are haunting castle, the vampire's home. You wait for me and I'm all alone. Nightmares, stop calling me. No more murder stories for my dreams. No more horror movies and scary things. I just wanna have sweet dreams of you, so I can sleep the whole night through. Nightmares, ooh, nightmares. Ooh, those nightmares, the full moon shining and sure is bright. The wolfman's following me tonight. Nightmares, stop haunting me. Nightmares, stop haunting me. Nightmares, stop haunting me. Nightmares, stop haunting me.
Well, there I was in a strange and different land. Something big and hairy grabbed me by the hand. I turned around and to my surprise, a great white rabbit was a-looking in my eyes. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. Oh, but I didn't know it at the time. I turned around and I tried to run. Each of my feet seemed to weigh a ton. I got so scared that I almost started crying, and then I ran smack dab into a two-headed lion. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. Oh, but I didn't know it at the time. Well, up on the rooftop, way up in the sky, slipped off the edge and I didn't know why. Started gaining speed on the way to the ground, but when I bounced off, I didn't hear a sound. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. Oh, but I didn't know it at the time. The light was dim and I was running real fast, hoping and praying that I could get past all those creatures such as giant flies, and it wouldn't feel